Start. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Welcome back to Out of Line. My name is Brynn.
And I am Kelsey.
And today, we have a fun topic. Hey guys.
Hello.
Welcome to our show.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Say it with me.
Out of line.
You guys love when we talk about anything, boy advice, dating, anything.
Even though we're the last people who should be giving
I feel
advice,
like you shouldn't really be asking us.
But I love
but
it.
I do have some very strong opinions, and I think it's fun to
Very
share them.
strong opinions.
I do. And like,
No, I agree.
I will admit, like we've been in some relationships and some situations, and yeah, you guys just really enjoy it.
So here we go again.
So this is like boy
y'all.
talk with the girls.
There you go. I like it.
Yeah.
We have a few different things to talk about, and just like the stigmas and the,
Yeah.
you know,
So the main
things that
thing
girls go through.
we wanted to bring up that we think is like a common thing that us girls go through. Why do we always go for like the bad guy? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's always that saying where it's like good guys finish last. Like it's like sadly true.
And you know what I think the reasoning behind that is?
Why?
Because I think it's a little bit of self-harm, honestly. Like girls like, okay, not girl. I'm not gonna like broad.
No, but
and
like
be
you like the
girls.
chase and
But
you
for the
like
most
the
part, yeah.
drama.
You
and
like
yeah, it's
that,
exciting.
you know, things are changing, and at least I feel like this is a lot of like our past self. I feel like we're growing and we've been better. I don't think we go after bad boys as much anymore.
Well,
But, like,
no, not even like a bad boy, just like a guy that it's like not what you're looking for. Do you know what I mean? Like you think he is, and then you start dating, and then he's like, "Oh, this is not what I thought he was."
That makes
kinda
sense. I feel like that's just kind of dating. I feel like people always show you their good side when you first meet them, and then it's like a whole nother side when you
Well,
start
yeah,
to date.
that's true, but I don't know.
I mean, ideally, but I don't know. I just feel like, I mean, it also stems to like daddy issues. Like, you know, girls go through these things, and if you had a dad, for example, this is just for example, but if you had a dad that you had to kind of chase and had to kind of beg for your dad to love you and show you affection, like obviously that's what you're going to look for in a relationship. And that's why it's like so important for me to give my future kids like a dad that's like present in their life, and
Yeah.
you know, like, because I feel like a lot of the way you look for love is a lot of like what you experience as a child.
Yeah, no, that's true. And like one thing that I think is like kind of a weird thing for me to think is like a guy who like hasn't been through anything in his life, like not like trauma, but just like grew up in a perfect household, like kind of like not saying he didn't work hard, but like kind of just got everything like
Everybody
put in
has
place for
their
him.
things, but if you haven't really,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if you haven't really like gone through anything like difficult before and like your life was kind of just like perfect. Nobody's life is perfect, but like I feel like they
I get
don't
what
know
you're
what the
saying,
real
though,
world
yeah.
is like yet, and it's like hard for me to want to like because I can't relate to them at all, and it's like
are you
don't-
low key like adding SpongeBob a little bit?
No, not even that. Like
That's
just like
just the first thing I thought of.
yeah, I mean kind of yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't even know what like the real world is
Yeah.
like.
And again, I want to, because we got to choose our words carefully, because sometimes you guys take our words and turn them. Like, I understand, like, everybody goes through their stuff. I'm not saying that what you went through isn't compared to, like, what we went through or whatever. But, like, we've experienced a lot. Like, we've had to grow up quickly. We've had family stuff go on. Like, we've had losses in our lives. And, like, I don't know. If you haven't really had something that's, like, life-altering, like, then it's kind of hard for me to imagine a life with you, because it's like, I feel like I just naturally get along with people better that have gone through some stuff and have experienced
I feel
life
like I
a
can
little
tell
bit.
when people have. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can totally see it. And that's what, I don't know if I've talked about this on the pod before, but I think about this all the time. I get along with people best that like are a little traumatized. And you know what I mean? Just a little traumatized. Just, you've been through some stuff. It changes you. It really makes you mature and whatever. But then I think about like my future, and I'm like, okay, but I want my kids to have this like perfect life. But I hate,
I should go for the perfect guy, right?
I literally hate people that have this perfect life, and then like I want to give my kids that, and then I'm like, oh, but I don't want them to be like, do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Do you know what I mean by
Well, it's
that?
like I'm definitely jealous of people who grew up with like their parents together and nothing really happened. And I'm like, I want that for my kids. But then I like don't go for that all the time.
Yeah. Well, it's, it's a little bit of self-harm, I think.
Yeah. But it is true. Like, it is more exciting in a relationship when there's like stuff going on. Do you know what I mean? Which is bad.
I totally know, yeah.
But it's like when you're younger too, like I think I've matured enough to where like I wouldn't go after anything like that. But in the past, it's like drama's exciting when you're young.
100%. Like as a young kid, and that's like all I ever looked for was the chase and the drama and the whatever.
Yeah, the chase.
But now, like at this point in my life, like it's kind of hard for me to understand why I ever thought that way, because I could never. Like now, I can proudly say, like, I want the nice guy. I want no drama. I want it simple and, easy and just like, I don't know. I just want to fall in love and not, I don't know.
Sorry, my hair looks so bad. I keep touching it.
But I don't know. So I understand that because I was there at one point, but I also look back at past Kelsey and I'm just like, what an idiot. What an idiot. And I hope anybody that's going through that right now, I hope you have that realization one day where you're like, yeah, no. It's just like the bad boy and the drama and all that. Like, it's not for me.
Yeah, you'll get over it.
It's just not for me. But
it's a phase.
It's also something that I prayed for heavily, like for a long time, Yeah. Like having the right intentions and, your hair looks beautiful, I promise.
I'm listening. I'm just touching it.
I'm just telling you your hair looks great.
It does not, but thank you.
You're welcome. But do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I know.
And it's kind of nice to look back and see your own personal growth in that aspect, at least. And like, we're single. We haven't even we're not even to the finish line yet, but
But I'm I'm at a point right now where I am so, I love having time to myself. I love not, I don't know. I'm not really looking for anything right now,
and that's when it comes.
Oops. Yeah, which they all say, oh, that's when it, the best type of, love comes, when you're not expecting it.
I mean, I'll
believe it when I see it.
I've spent the last almost 3 years single and by myself, and that's never been, I've also never been.
Well, we've been in, little things here and there in the past 3 years.
Here and there, I've had one.
Okay, well, still, it counts.
2 months long. It counts. And I don't count it.
It counts.
Unfortunately, it counts. But you know what I mean by that? That kind of just solidified that 2-month little spring fling is what we called it. That solidified okay, yeah, I really like being single. I really enjoy me time, and I still do, but it's also I've just had this recent obsession with my future and what it holds, and just trusting whatever comes along and just kind of go with the flow. I'm trying to be more go with the flow and stop trying to take control of my life,
Yeah.
That's something that I struggled with. Just because I'm oh, I'm not doing this yet. I don't have this yet. I want to do this. And why am I not? And it's I just need to let go. Let whatever comes my way come my way,
Yeah, I agree with that. I have this question from a girl that texted us, and I thought it would just be something, a good topic to talk about. Her name's Peyton, and she says, love today's episode. This is from a couple episodes ago, so thank you. And then she says, I know you guys mentioned this a lot, but could you talk about how you accept the fact that good things take time? Mm-hmm. Right now, me and this guy are kind of talking, and I feel like it's a slow process, but I'm trying to tell myself that good things take time. And I think you can agree with this, so I'd love to hear what you have to say.
The way you just looked at me. So, okay. I would have to agree with that completely.
Well, in the past, every time we were interested in a guy or we'd hang out with them, I feel like you go hang out with the guy. The only way I knew if they liked me was if they would kiss me or something.
That's so terrible to look back on. But
it's true.
That's just how it was. This is gonna sound really bad, but in the past, it was you meet a guy, they kiss you, you go out once, and then you're dating, and that's just that.
No, literally.
And then you just sit on your couch in your living room, and that's your relationship.
Yeah.
And now I have gone on a couple dates with this guy, and it's very new for me because it's obviously something that's just really, it's just I literally can't find words.
No, I'll say something. Like,
Please.
she'll come back from hanging out with him or whatever, and I don't know if he likes me. And I'm like, Kelsey, you guys have been having, like, great conversations, talking. I promise you, if he was not interested in you, he would not, like, want to continue to go get coffee with you.
Yeah.
She's like, well, like,
Yeah,
I just don't know. He hasn't, like, kissed me. And I'm like, Kelsey, that is that's normal. We just don't know it, but that's normal.
The thing is, it's just a new thing for me to navigate. And like this person said, like, it's actually teaching me new things and teaching me patience. And if you ideally want to be with this guy forever, then there's kind of a beauty in like this like waiting period and this like slow, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's very, very new for me and I'm trying to learn it, but it's also like, it's kind of fun and it's like exciting because like there's no rush to things.
Mm-hmm.
And something he had actually said to me is like that he's never in a rush with life in general, because if you look back on like Jesus's story, like one thing he always said was that he was never in a hurry and he always took things slow. And I think that's something that at least helps me a lot with life in general. Not even, relationships aside, boys out of here. Like with life, just enjoy this waiting period. And if you really like this guy, then you know, don't rush it. Just take it slow.
Everything takes time, and like I haven't like been in a relationship or a situation like that before, where it's like you get to know each other first. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I
that's so weird. That's weird.
Yeah,
but that's why I love the friends first rule. I love that rule. That is a great rule.
I like it too.
I've never had that before, but like I want to do that.
I think it's great because you get to know this person as a person, and then it escalates. I think that's kind of nice, you know?
Yeah, because you definitely like in a partner, they need to be your best friend. Some people disagree with that, but like,
I think
your partner has to be your best friend.
100%.
Yeah.
I want my husband to like. I don't understand how people don't agree with that. Like, that is something that I look forward to in my future, is just having somebody that's like your ride or die, your best friend, but also your spouse and also the father of your kids. I don't know. There's just such a beauty in that. Like, that sounds so fun. Just like doing like crazy. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Now I'm all sad. I'm just kidding. It's just like exciting to look forward to. And I think
we were talking about this in the car the other day. Well, this is not the other day. This is like maybe a month or so ago, but I remember being like, so if you were to get, like, if you had a boyfriend or if I had a boyfriend and he came to you and asked you, I want to propose to Brynn, or like vice versa, how would you do the proposal?
Okay.
This is like so fun to talk about. So
well, here's the thing.
for me, what would you do for me if I was getting proposed to right now? What would you do?
Obviously, let me say, if you ever came to me, I would, okay, this is hard. If you were in a relationship, I would want to know the details because I would want to make sure it's perfect. I wouldn't want to guess. But this is just for fun, so I am totally guessing, okay? But I think, for one, I think your proposal should be indoors somehow, because I think that this is going to come off wrong, but I think you're going to obviously want to look perfect in like your photos and stuff, like obviously.
Well, yeah,
it's like if you're outdoors and there's like wind or there's like bad lighting, or like I don't want to risk that because I don't want you to not like your
is there a
engagement
specific
photos.
place?
But I feel like I would do the whole like couples shoot thing, like set up a photo shoot for you, and like you think it's just a photo shoot of you guys and like a good little couples moment, but then he pops out the ring. That way you get these perfect photos, but you also didn't see it coming. But also flowers need to be everywhere. Like,
yeah,
I mean literally everywhere. Like, you know, the what's her face, Courtney and Travis, like that's not enough. Like their flowers, triple it. That's what you need. And no roses. You're a very like daisy, like colorful flower moment for sure.
I'd agree.
And then you need to be in like a pink like floral dress, and I'll take you to get your nails done the day before, and that'll be your hint. You'll be like, okay, no, like I'm literally getting proposed to. And that's that.
Okay. But like what, like anything after, like what?
Oh, I know that you'd want it a little bit more intimate, so I know for sure you'd get the proposal. I'd probably fly your mom down and like have all that stuff happen, but then I'd want everybody to kind of get out of there and you guys have your moment and then you'll have like a bridal party, like for sure. Like you totally will.
Yeah.
So
I
you
will.
can celebrate then. But I feel like your engagement needs to be intimate between you and him.
Okay.
You know, just knowing you.
Yeah. Cool.
But what would you do for me? Please.
I feel like if anyone
Future
came
husband, take notes.
Yeah. So for Kelsey, she doesn't like hiking. She doesn't like. Just don't take her to the top of a mountain and propose to her. That is not the type of girl Kelsey is.
I don't want to be sweaty in my engagement photos.
She does
That's
not like
terrible.
that. You know where I think the perfect place you would love to get proposed to? This is my ideal proposal for you. So ideally, your boyfriend will be friends with my boyfriend. We're all friends. Fingers crossed. Okay. And it would be nice if, like, let's say we all took a trip up to Sedona. Okay. And that's like a normal thing. So you wouldn't probably think anything of it if it was like all of us there.
Yeah.
I would want to go to the beautiful church that's on the mountain.
It's
a
literally
gorgeous church.
The picture I have for my worship playlist is that church.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. So imagine, okay, we're like looking at this church, you're whatever. We're just cute because like, let's say we like.
I mean, we always just.
Yeah, let's say we like went to brunch that morning or like just cute, casual. It's not too hot outside. Maybe around the fall because you love the fall time. Fall in Sedona. We're walking around the church. There's nobody really in there. Like me and we kind of like wander off. I'm like, oh my gosh, is they gonna do it? Whatever. And then it's super just you two, like the gorgeous window, like with the beautiful
so
view.
Pretty.
And then I'd be like, you have to propose to her there. Wouldn't that be so good? But then your family like drove up while we were there. Nobody knew. And then after it's like just us and we're like so excited. You two are excited. And then we go to like somewhere to eat or celebrate and like everyone's there.
Yeah. Brynn knows that that's my dream. First of all, can I just say that sounds ideal?
And you've never even like told me
love
that.
that.
I just like thought of it. I thought
No,
it'd
that
be good.
sounds perfect. I love that. But Brynn does know that one thing I want for sure is after I'm engaged, I want my whole family there to celebrate.
Yeah.
That's just, I don't know why that just sounds like great to me.
Yeah.
But it's the attention. I want the attention. No, I'm just kidding. But
I love attention.
yeah, literally. But that's just,
Isn't that so weird to think
that
though?
is so weird to think.
Like it
like,
could be like 2 to 5 years, 8 years. I don't know.
That is crazy. It could be in like 2 decades. It could be like in a year. Well,
I know.
I don't know. A year sounds pretty damn
I
quick.
saw this
but
TikTok of this best friend, and it was like 1 minute you're like having sleepovers in your apartment together, and then the next you're carrying her flowers to her wedding, like, and it's like your last time having your like girls sleepover, like before you're like
I
married.
get emotional. That's
Isn't that so sad?
That is very sad.
I know.
That's something that I'm not looking forward to. Is the day that A, we don't live together anymore,
Oh,
and B, like saying like this is our last sleepover, like, you know.
last sleepover
Like
before
obviously
you're like married.
marriage, you know, I'm looking forward to that, but then
I don't
other
know why I'm
things
talking
that-
about marriage.
Yeah, we just jumped from A to B, but
This is so
I
far
don't know.
far off from what I like want right now. But like then sometimes I think about it and I'm well, like
obviously
maybe
it's something
too.
that's ideal, yes, but you know, I think it's good that you're not chasing after it. We've talked about this before. Chasing after it and being desperate for it is like that's not a good way to start out, you know? Oh my gosh, I need to
Yeah.
get married like tomorrow, like.
Yeah, but like opening and inviting it, I'm like, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
Having like a boyfriend sometimes.
One thing that's so important is what
But then
you said a
sometimes I'm like,
second ago.
ew, no.
Boys are funny. Sometimes like boys just do stuff sometimes that is so gross. Like once
Yeah.
you start dating them and you're like, ugh.
Like, ugh,
But I bet there's stuff that we
No.
do too that you're like, ew. Like I
well,
thought
no,
you
not
were, like,
even like things that they do. Just like, cause I always talking about.
talking
I
about.
always talk about how I love having my time and I love doing things on my own. Like going everywhere by myself with my dog is like my favorite thing to do. I love being alone with my dog.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, there's times where I'm like cooking by myself or like watching a movie. Like, I guess it would be nice to have
Yeah.
somebody else here.
Yeah, it really would be.
But also, I have time. I have so much time.
That's
so
the thing
it's
is
fine.
I'm not worried. I don't want to rush things.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take my sweet old time.
But I want to be a young mom
And-
so bad.
But something that I do imagine is that same thing, like cooking in my kitchen. Like I have this like picture in my head where like I just want to cook with my significant other, like in the kitchen and just like dance and like, like.
You did just make lunch with your friend.
Okay, shh. I'm gonna get exposed. This is so bad. Aaron is gonna send it to him. That's what happened last time. Shout out Aaron. I'll say his name.
That's kind of funny.
Anyways, it's just something to think about, you know?
It's so annoying.
What's so annoying?
Because
What's so annoying?
I want to go on dates.
Okay, y'all, for real though.
No,
This little lady.
that was not an...
We should do like a speed dating. That would be so fun. For you. Like a literal.
No, I want someone to like look at me across the room and be like, "Oh my gosh, who is that? I need to know her," like that. I'm biting my fingers. I'm
That's
getting
what this
nervous.
kid did to me. It was actually really sweet. But like for all I know, like he could not like me and just like decide that he never wants to talk to me tomorrow. Like,
Okay, why are you thinking like that?
well, because you never know.
That's,
I
like,
can't get
pointless
too
to think like
excited
that, though.
because it's like everything could change tomorrow. You never know.
Yeah, but like, don't think that way.
Okay. Changed.
Yeah, put out the good energy and it'll come to you.
Yeah. Anyways,
Don't
moving
put
on.
out the negative energy.
This is true, and I've been better about putting out positive energy. Can you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, that was a not confident. Yeah.
No, yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
Well, I think I've been working on it, and I really do have Brynn to thank though, because she used to yell at me all the time. I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, everything sucks. Nothing good's gonna happen," and Brynn would literally look at me and be like, "Girl, shut up, shut up!" Like literally,
Yeah,
stop talking to yourself this way. And I'd be like, "Oh, sorry."
I've been kind of negative lately, to be honest. I don't know.
Oh, should I? I should be a better friend. I should be helping you with that.
No, I just feel like.
I also
blah.
feel like you don't, and I mean this with nothing but respect, but you're very headstrong in your way. So if you're having a negative day, I can't just be like, "Oh, change your mindset," and you're not gonna be like, "Okay," like you're gonna be like, "No," like
Well,
no.
I just like, I don't know. I normally feel like I'm very like social and like smiley and like outgoing. Like lately, I just haven't been.
I've seen you be kind of down within the last couple weeks.
I don't know
but
why. I just like feel like that, and like
But
everything bothers me
don't-
lately.
yeah.
Everything.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll get over it though. It happens to me a lot.
And I also feel like you can't like. I hate forcing myself to be something that I'm not feeling. And like if you feel down, and when you
Yeah.
force yourself to be like outgoing, it just feels so like wrong. I
Yeah.
don't know. Makes me feel like shit.
Like shiz.
Like shiz nuggets.
Shit.
But that being said, though, I would love for you to be a little outgoing Brynn again.
I like am. I don't know. I just meh.
You know, you can talk to me, right?
Ew. We're
See,
not doing
I
this
literally
right here.
knew.
now.
I knew her reaction to that statement was gonna be like that. Ew. I was waiting for the ew.
See, this is why if I ever had a really nice boyfriend and if he ever was like, tell me what's wrong, I'd be like, please leave me alone.
See, if my like significant other was like, let's talk about how you feel, I'd be like, oh, I'd literally fall more in love.
No, like, okay, I didn't mean it like that. Like, that is such a good thing for a guy
Yes.
to do. But just because I am the way I am and like with my friends and like family, like it's not that I don't talk about things, but I'd rather just like not. And like when you're dating someone, you're supposed to tell them things and like that.
I love that.
Or maybe I just haven't been with someone yet that I feel like
That is true.
I want to tell them. Or because I feel like I've been in past relationships where they'll like not judge me, but just be like that's dumb. So
yeah,
that
no,
whatever.
agree. Yeah, no, that's very true.
You know what I mean?
But I also think that for your perfect person, like you'll want to tell them things and they'll know you well enough that they won't force you to talk about shit that you don't want to talk about, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like I don't want to, like your perfect ideal person will be like, okay,
Yeah.
great. Same thing vice versa, you know?
Yeah. But it's such a girl thing to be like, I wish he would ask me what's wrong. And then when he does, you're like, nothing.
Yes and no. There's times.
I do
'cause
that. I go, nothing.
I for sure, yeah. No, like there's times where this is kind of a girl thing. My mom does this a lot. Sorry, Mom, I'm about to expose you. But she's very big on like, I don't want to say throwing a fit, but technically throwing a fit, you know, like clearly you're upset. And then somebody's like, oh, like what's wrong? How can I help? And they're like, nothing. And then it's like, okay, well, like I'm guilty of that.
Yeah.
Like we all do that sometimes.
I do that
Sometimes
a
I
lot.
just want to throw a fit and I don't want to tell you why.
Yeah.
But if it's something obviously important, I'm gonna
This is a cry for help.
I'm gonna bring it up. Like we're healthy
Yeah.
communication moving forward. But
I just had one more question. Well,
Okay,
like
go for
a
it.
thing to like answer because I think it's like a good thing.
Yeah.
This is from Natalie,
Hey,
and she
Nat.
says, "I'm struggling with having a positive mindset about myself while having a relationship. Since people say make sure to love yourself all the way before getting in a relationship, and I feel like I'm just getting insecure because I have." Hold on.
Try again. It's good.
I just grew up with boys that want a perfect girl. Do any of you have good advice to put a good mindset, especially having. Okay. Okay. This
Did
is
she just word it all wrong or what?
no. Just don't put that any of that in.
Wait, but that was good. What happened?
I'm just gonna I'm gonna reword the question by myself. I'll tell you after. I just wasn't expecting that. I like didn't read it before. Okay.
Can you send it to me? Screenshot and send it to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'll tell you after because I don't want to
Okay.
get your brain off track. Basically, okay, starting over. This is a new question. Martin, cut all that out. Okay, this question is from Natalie. She says, I'm struggling with having a positive mindset about myself while having a relationship. Since people always say make sure to love yourself all the way before getting a relationship, I just started to feel insecure. Basically, just saying, I always felt judged by others around me, not by my boyfriend, but I feel like I'm just getting more insecure about myself. I love watching your podcast. Y'all help me so much.
Oh, thank you.
You're the best. Oh, love you.
I think that for starters, I understand there's a lot of pressure on like loving yourself first, which is important, but you're also never going to be in this perfect state of mind of like everything about myself is perfect and I love myself and nothing can change that. Like that's a natural human thing to have insecurities and have these things. So that's okay to have it in a relationship.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like yes, you should be like almost completely happy with yourself and confident within yourself
Yeah.
before you get a boyfriend or in a relationship. But also if you do have a little bit of those struggles, like that person should be, if anything, like helping those
Yeah.
struggles and not like they shouldn't like plateau and stay the same, and like it should be a benefit or an addition to your life. And even if you don't think that it's him like causing it, I think he should be like hyper aware of those things about you and should help you with those things, even if he, I get it. Like like for example, like I hate, what's something stupid? Like I don't like the way my legs look in pictures. Example, right? If I had a boyfriend and I like made this insecurity aware to him, I would hope that he would be like, oh, I hate the way that she feels that way about herself. I'm going to make sure that she knows that I think that her legs look beautiful in pictures.
Yeah.
Like something as small as that or little as that. Not saying he has to, like, you shouldn't expect that from someone like, I can't believe he didn't tell me that, then it's true.
Right. That's just a way to help your partner feel better about themselves.
Like that's just like something that personally like I think would help me.
Yeah.
And so if there's something specific that you're like insecure about or struggling with, like you might want to voice it so that they're able to help you, or else they don't know. They can't read your mind. If your
partner doesn't do anything about it, then,
Yeah.
I feel like that's also a big part of like love languages and learning your partner's love languages. And I feel like mine are words of affirmation, but also acts of service. So it's like, it's that same thing if I have a certain insecurity and they're going above and beyond to like reassure and like make it feel, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, this is so random, kind of, but I feel like it pertains to that too. A Star is Born, that movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Lady Gaga in that movie, like her biggest thing is like her nose. She hates her nose and all that stuff. And like, what's his face? I forget the actor's name.
Bradley Cooper.
Love him. Like
Bae.
he goes on over and over and over again about her nose and like makes her love her nose towards the end. And it's like,
Yeah, true.
that's just so like precious. And that's such like a small thing that,
Yeah.
makes women fall deeper for people when they love their flaws too, you know?
Yeah, no, I'd agree.
Well, now I'm going to go home and cry.
That's
so.
precious.
Thank you. I thought so too.
Yeah. But anyways, I feel like just like coming to the end of this episode, like you should go for the good guy.
Yes, that's what we're saying.
End
here.
of story.
You know it. You don't need us to tell you that. Like the good guy, is what's important, and that's what's
Yeah.
going to benefit you in your life.
They always get friend zoned.
I know. Shout out to the nice guys. You guys are first place in our books.
We love y'all. Short kings are nice guys. Short king fall. I'm just kidding.
No, a little bit though.
Just kidding. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this episode.
Yeah.
We love you so much. If you ever want to text us, you can text us at 310-742-0083.
I think I got it. Good job, me.
Yeah.
And you too.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We love y'all.
See you next time.
Wait, comment.
Oh.
#Short King Fall. Okay, bye. Love you.
Short king fall. Oh my gosh.